Hey, I'm Alex, and here's one of the most impactful lessons that I've had in my last 2-3 months of building the AI agents, which is choose the right architecture for your AI system. My problem was that I was building the architecture that was vertical, so it was effectively a tool, a chain that was sequentially called a certain tool, and then in the end, it would go ahead and output you the result. But the problem with that is that you don't have a brain. Every system, every AI system has to have a brain, which is the model that directs every agent that it has under the hood. And for example, if you think about that here is the architecture I'm trying to build. This is a classical multi-agent system, which is based on having the orchestrator that does all the judgment and thinks, reasons what agent it needs to activate. In my case, it's a research agent, whether it needs design, critique, evaluations agent, planner agent, and stuff. And every agent would have its sub-agent, which is tool. This is, and in my previous graph, I would try to call the tools directly in a sequence, which is not, so it wouldn't work. So if you look at this is, first of all, before implementing all of that, I would draw the architecture on my on a piece of paper, and it actually works. One thing that I realized, that when you plan such systems, it's really important to not to underestimate your abilities to build complex systems, because you have to plan them, and it will be hard, especially at the beginning. This is a classic multi-agent system architecture. It has hierarchical supervisor agent, which is router, and it has agents, and every agent has their own sub-agents, and those sub-agents would return, very important, return back to agent, not to LLM, but back to agent. And then the agent would return it to LLM, to the router again, and the router would think afterwards what to do with all of that, which agent to call, or output straight to the user the result, the conclusion it has come to. So one thing is draw the architectures on paper, very useful, very cool. And then with tools such as LangGraph, LangChain, it will be really, reasonably easy to, if you know what you're doing, and technically you are, in shape, if I can say that, you will be able to implement all of that, using, as I said, LangGraph. It will take time. I've done planner agent, I'm working on research agent now, and by the end of this week I will be able to finish all of the multi-agent architecture, multi-agent system. I would hope so. I don't want to promise anything, but this is the main lesson that I've learned, is that ask a lot of questions, especially if you do not know. Put everything, turn on your critique mode, like put everything under the question. Is it true? Because the only way I was able to come to the conclusion that I was doing something probably wrong is that just to zoom out and see the picture, what am I doing? And I've come to the conclusion that completely changed everything, because I thought that I need something simple, whereas I really need a multi-agent system, which is not that simple. But this is the basic of the this agentic AI and all these related to agents systems.